Afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. How y'all doing this afternoon? What you say, baby?
I wonder, you done jumped the last limit.
Yeah. Lord.
Woke up jacking people's stuff.
You know, this is authentic or nothing. What you want me to say? What you want me to say? What you want me to say? What you want me to tell people today? Man, my daughter got me smiling now.
I made you puppy child too.
Ooh. Some what?
Puppy child.
Oh, yeah.
Homemade.
Lord. What is this? Say Proverbs. We in Proverbs 7. And Proverbs 8. But you already know what we gonna do to get it straight. We gonna run that junk. Listen. It says 26 and 27. And look like 29, 30 to me. So it says, for by means of a horseshoe. He said, by means of a horseshoe. Lord, why you got me waking up cursing? Listen. It said, for by means of a horsewoman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? So this is saying, you know what I'm saying? Listen, we all get approached by the Jezebel spirit, and it usually happens when they know that you are in a committed situation. You know, like I tell my baby all the time, I love her. You know what I'm saying? And people know that we're apart right now. And they tend to think that it's easy. You know, like my baby said, you know what I'm saying? A cord of 3 strands is not so easily broken. You know what I'm saying? Because this is something that's God ordained. God has placed this upon us to be together. We have to obey his will, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, as we're walking in faith and not by sight, temptations of the flesh always come about when the devil sees a kingdom marriage forming. You know, and this is for anybody who takes their union seriously. Do not fall into temptation. You will ruin God's plans for you. You know, those that's not spiritually woke won't understand this. That's why I'm saying this, to try to help wake up somebody to the point that they can see God's ways and not just be out here loose doing what they want to do. Because you do what you want to do, you pretty much doing what the devil wants you to do. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll give you what you want, but God gives you what you need. You know, I prayed heavily for him to bring me this woman into my life, and I didn't even know who she was. You know what I'm talking about? And he brought me an amazing person. And I know she loves me. I knew it from the time that we met, because she knew it before I did. And I give her credit for that. You know what I'm saying? I was hemmed up. You know what I'm talking about? Wasn't even thinking about it at that time. I got to thinking about it because he started hitting me, you know what I'm saying, to do what I do right now at the present time, he started hitting me to do it more. And the more and more that I've done it, you know, it's just a joyous occasion. You know, we both pray heavily. I could feel when she prayed. When you know you can feel somebody praying for you, that's from God. See, most people are used to feeling people praying on them. You know, they get into the jester spirit, you know what I'm saying? Where they want to be clowns, goofinians, and different things like that, because the light of God that's in you irritates them. They don't know how to act. But then, you know, it says, vengeance is mine, says the Lord. So you keep on striving, pushing, continuing to do as he wants you to do in your behavior and your character. You know what I'm talking about? Woo, Lord. You know, I give a special shout out and thanks to all the lookers, you know what I'm saying? The well wishes, all that, you know what I'm saying? It's a wave. Woo! Can I get a woo? You know, raise that chi up. You know what I'm talking about? High vibrations brings love, happiness, and joy. You know what I'm talking about? This is authentic or nothing. And it's authentic or nothing because of how these scriptures are gotten. Not because I think that I'm better than anything or anything like that. Nothing superficial. You know what I'm saying? I live a righteous life. You know what I'm saying? He stood me up right and he burned me my rib like, woo, you know what I'm talking about? On that tip. He does so much amazing things. I got a call probably about 30, 40 minutes ago, you know what I'm saying? Right as I was finna get ready to go into a meeting. And it was from another organization that wants to collaborate, you know what I'm saying? And we have a meeting coming up this Sunday. So, you know, God is good. He works in mysterious ways, you know what I'm saying? He knows what he wants for us. He wants us to be happy. You know, those that's not happy are miserable. Those are the ones that do all the goofy, crazy, silly, backstabbing, backbiting craziness. You know what I'm saying? And he wants us to keep moving forward through all that. He said, yea, shall I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. And he's holding your hand as we walk through that valley of the shadow of death. And he is guiding us through and over top of the snakes and scorpions as we trample along. You know, we might have to stomp on some here and there, you know what I'm talking about? But hey, we gotta let Satan know it ain't no joke. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't no joke. You play with your own life, Satan. It says, when he gave to the sea his decree that the waters should not pass his commandment, when he appointed the foundations of the earth, then I was by him as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him. Listen, those are boundaries. God set up boundaries even between lands. They say lands are an embodiment of us, just like we are an embodiment of Christ. Those boundaries were set between land and sea for a reason, for a purpose. So when people cross your boundaries, they cross over into unfamiliar territories. So, you never know what happens in those unfamiliar territories. I think most of us get the gist of what can happen. You know what I'm saying? But some never learn. Said we rejoice in it. You know what I'm saying? Says, and I was daily his delight. Why? Because we thank God for being able to put up boundaries, for having dominion over our lives. You know what I'm saying? It's such a pleasure and a joy for us to be able to rejoice in his commandments. His commandments. Where he at? You know what I'm talking about? Listen. And that commandment is for peace. That's what a boundary is. It's for peace. You know what I'm saying? It says, rejoicing in, we running that joint. Rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth. Woo! Did I just not say that? See, he finna hit me tonight, I bet you. This is Authentic or Nothing. And I'm going to holler at y'all later on. I'm going to let him go ahead and run this course. I'm going to go and get back into this little meeting. And I just had to hit y'all off with this real quick. Later on. Peace.